charter cost us over the current system. And I'm assuming that's from an operational standpoint, is my assumption that you're there. The reality is it shouldn't cost us that much more than our current operating cost. It's not as if we're suddenly going to be adding a gajillion positions and doing a bunch of different services that we weren't doing before the charter passed. There will be some expenses related to some planning and some additional work that we have to do because the city will have to hire an expert consulting firm to come in and help us define what the districts are going to be and balance those demographically. There'll be some additional costs related to the formulation of an annexation plan because one of the primary powers that the city is going to derive from the home rule is the ability to annex, and in order to do that, you have to actually lay out a 3-year plan to do that. And so, those are some expenses, but I don't think there's going to be a significant increase in cost across the board. I can't think of any that would come to mind just as a result of changing from general law to home rule. And then I guess the most esoteric question is, what are the cons for staying with the way we're currently managed? And you know, we've done very, very well to grow, and I apologize if I'm not giving you guys feedback. We've done very, very well to grow the way we have with the current form under general law, but there's some significant limitations that the city has, and there's some significant powers that the city gains by going to home rule. First of all, we would basically be handing over or maintaining a status quo where we don't have the right really to control our own destiny in a lot of regards. The city would be at the mercy of the legislature to continue making up the rules that we abide by. And one prime example, the city of Meadows Place right now is in the process of being sued for passing an ordinance which regulates where sexual offenders live and reside within the city limits. We passed a single ordinance when I was at the city of Goliad against the better advice of the Texas Municipal League, and Goliad may now be part of this suit as well. But in the state of Texas, for whatever reason, the legislature has seen fit to believe that children in a home rule community deserve greater protection from sexual offenders than children in general law cities. So whereas a city that's home rule can put provisions on where sexual offenders may reside, general law cities don't have that authority. Meadows Place, as we all know, is completely surrounded by Houston, Missouri City, Stafford, cities who have restrictions. And they were noticing a rapid increase in the number of folks that wanted to move there with that criminal profile. And so they passed that ordinance in an attempt to limit it. And what that's resulted in is a significant lawsuit filed against them in federal court. And they stand to lose millions of dollars in that ability to regulate that kind of guidance and growth. The other thing that we lose if the home rule charter doesn't pass is, quite frankly, the citizens lose a significant portion of control. Dr. Thurman highlighted the initiative, the referendum, and the recall powers given to the voters. Currently, you don't have those. And so if the council does something you don't like, it's really up to you to bend their ears and their arms to get them to change it. But you would have the power under the home rule to take that upon yourself and to initiate those recalls and initiate those referendums to change the way that you're governed. It's true democracy in its purest form. And a lot of us in local government are here. We work in other levels of government because this is where the rubber meets the road. It's where the greatest local control is. And we want the voters to have as much control as they can have.